Hi friends, it's Peggy, Noe, and Ellie. We're here to make some things with you today, and Ellie is wearing her fall hoodie. I'm going to turn it around a little bit and see if you can see it. This is her fall hoodie, and it even has a little cute pocket at the back. Can you see that? Like you could store the little doggy bags or something like that. Isn't that so cute? This is her fall hoodie, but it is 87 degrees here in San Diego, so we've cooled down a bit from the triple digits, and I thought it was about time to try on our fall wardrobe. So here she is, ready to go, ready to go. And we are so thankful that you are here with us today. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I have a sneak peek for you. A sneak peek of some new products that we're going to show. And so I'm anxious to show everything to you. Now, I wanted to thank those of you that were with me on World Card Making Day. We had so much fun for World Card Making Day. Let me put her up here. We really did. We made cards together. We had prizes, lots of prizes, which are on my desk to mail tomorrow. And I think we had a lot of fun for a couple hours. We learned 3 new designs for holiday cards, and that was a lot of fun. So I liked doing it, and I hope you liked coming. So welcome, welcome. Well, the one thing I want to talk to you about today, the one bit of business that we have going, is we're still having the Designer Series paper sale. 15% off a select group of Designer Series papers, and they are good too. They're some of the pretty ones. Hey Linda, good to see you. Yep, she's all ready for Halloween, except she does have a princess outfit for Halloween. She has a princess costume. So don't forget about the Designer Series paper sale, 15% off. They are great, beautiful papers, marked down, most of them from $11.50 to $9.78. So it's a good deal. Okay, that was the only business we had to take care of today, and I want to get right to the sneak peek and show you. So I'm going to put Ellie down for her nap. Hey Kay, good to see you. Thank you for sharing. Hi Sue. Okay, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit since we've put her down, and we'll bring in the other screen, and I am going to show you our new Quite Curvy Variety Bundle. Now, this bundle is something that's going to be released to customers on November 3rd. It's an early release of the catalog that goes live in January, which is going to be called the January to June mini catalog. And they've released one bundle, not even a bundle, it's a suite. I'm going to just turn this up a little bit, see if you can see me more. So they've released this one suite early, and we've already gotten it. I was just able to order just a couple days ago. And you're going to be able to order on November 3rd. Really, it's like an early release ordering. And it is fun. And I'll show you why it's called the Quite Curvy Variety Bundle. Mostly it's because of these beautiful curved dies. And they do some amazing stuff. I mean, I've just started playing. I just got it yesterday. And I've only made 2 cards with it. And one is the one we're going to do together today. But these curvy dies are something else. I'm going to show you. Here's the first card I made. And this is what it does. It cuts these curves in your paper, and look at that lacy stuff and the little dots. And then the sentiments go right along with the curve. Isn't that cute? And then I'll wait and show you the one we're going to do today in a bit. So here are the dies. Here is the Quite Curvy stamp set. Now the dies and this stamp set are the ones that are continuing, that will be available in the new mini catalog starting in January. But they've added for us a Curvy Christmas that won't be on sale after, I don't know if it's the end of November or if it's the end of December, but it's called Curvy Christmas. And it has cute Christmas sentiments. It has this darling bow. It has pine leaves, leaves, even this little curvy stamp of stars, super cute. And then for Christmas, for what we get before the new catalog that is exclusive to us prior to the new catalog coming out, is this great selection of 6x6 designer series papers. And you get, I think, 4 or 5 patterns in the 4 different colors, 3 different colors, cherry cobbler, shaded spruce, and I don't know if that's crumb cake or it could be Sahara sand. I think it's crumb cake, but I'm not sure. So these are all the different papers that you can get now, and now, well, starting November 3rd, and you can get the Curvy Christmas, and those will be just for this fall and winter, and then beginning in January, these will be what's left, but you can get these early now. These are in the new catalog. So let's play, okay? Now, I did want to show you with this one that is the early release. It has, look at that beautiful little, well, actually it's kind of a garland of leaves and 3 different birds. I know you like birds, Sue, more. As Sue says, it's Sahara sand, thank you. And I know Sue likes birds, and I do too, and these are the cutest little birds, and it has dies to match, a die to cut this out, and then that has a flower on it. So that's the set that I use to make this card. And you can see I just stamped the leaves on here, and I went back in, I colored with some Stampin' Blends. But isn't that just pretty? And then the Christmas card we're going to make today, the holiday card, is this one. It's really simple. I mean, we're going to be able to do, you all will probably do way more advanced things, but this is just my second time playing with it. And I think this is, I've used one of the papers underneath. You can see I've stamped may your days be merry and bright. I love that sentiment from a song, right? And then I've just added some little foo-foo things just to see what, there's the bow. And on the inside, I put a row of bows. And for the envelope, I put a little row of bows on the end. So let's get started and make our own. So we're going to use the Curvy Christmas. And I do want to say with the Curvy Christmas, I mentioned on World Card Making Day that I love these little dots. And it's every 3rd or 4th stamp set has a stamp with little dots. So I'm very excited about those. Okay, so here's what you need to make this card. And with the dies in the stamp set, you can just do so much. So it's starting out with a card base of Whisper White, cut to 8.5 by 5.5, our standard, scored at 4 1/4. And then what we're going to do, there's our envelope, I'll set that aside. Now what we're going to do is we're going to not put this down yet, but this is kind of the way it layers. And if you can believe it, this turns out to be, where did my card go? This. So the thing is, this is 5 1/4 across by 3. And it turns out to be 5 1/4 across by 4 because we're going to leave a 1-inch separation for our sentiment. So let's see how that works. I'm going to pull up my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the die I'm going to use is this particular one here. This one. I really like those little flourishes. Now there is also one that is just dots, and then there's one, I don't believe it coordinates with the leaves, but it creates leaves that it cuts out, and I'll be anxious to use that. So this is the one I'm going to use for today. And we're going to get our piece of paper that is, again, 3 3/4. It's 3 by 5 1/4. There I go. All right, and let's see how we're going to, so we're going to cut this, and all we do, I've got my magnetic plate on there, and all we do is lay it across the magnetic plate, and it's going to cut. Now, this side, I've got it upside down, this side will be where you see the little frills. That will be, I think that will be the upper side. No, maybe not. The upper side will be here. So I want that to be a little bit more, a little bit longer than the other side, because I want this to be the bottom. So hopefully it'll turn out like that. Okay, let's run it through. Dots put a card over the top, says Linda. It's true, I do. I just love dots. Okay, and let's see how this turned out now. Let me move it a little bit so you can see. So when you remove the top, there it is. There's your, it's cut the piece in half and it's put all the little foo-foo things right there. Isn't that neat? Isn't that just neat? Okay, let's see what we're gonna do with these now. I'm really liking this magnetic plate. I really do. It's working so well for me. Okay, I'll put that back down and put the die back where it goes. And so here are our pieces. Now let's get out our background that we're gonna stamp on our pretty paper, and it has dots. And that's how it's gonna turn out. Now, how are we gonna know how to stamp in there? Well, I'll tell you, we're gonna use our trusty Stamparatus. And I know some of you might just have a different stamp positioning tool like a Misty or something. But what I did is I've gone ahead and placed the stamp where I want it to be. I usually put my paper right up here, kind of at 1 inch down. Let me pull that over a bit so you can see. Kind of at 1 inch down and 1 inch over. That's generally where I always put my paper. And then I kind of gave it a test. And I set this here and I set this here. Then I positioned my stamp, put my top plate down, and it picked up the stamp from where I wanted it to be. So now I'm all ready. And all I need to do is position this paper where I had it before, on the 1 and the 1. And then what's gonna happen is we're just gonna ink up our stamp, and it'll stamp right where we want it to be. And let's go ahead and do that. Make sure I get enough ink on it. I usually put a stamp case under it, but I've got too much here. I don't have room for it. So now we're just gonna roll that over and press down, and you can see a little ink got there, but it shouldn't get on the paper. And it didn't. Okay, and there's our sentiment, right where we want it to be. Now we'll move that to the side, and let's see how that turned out. Whoa. A little close, huh? Just a little close. Wow, I don't know if I like that. Let's try it again. I wonder how that happened to be so, we're just gonna turn over the other side, and I'm gonna raise this up a little bit, and we'll do it another time. I thought I had that totally figured out. You know what? I cut the paper differently. That's what it was. I cut the paper differently. Well, I think we've got it figured out now. Let's try this. Okay, now we're gonna test and see. I just raised my paper up a little bit there. Now, I thought I had it all figured out, but it only took a little adjustment, and there we go. Same thing. I really like that. Isn't that just cute? And now we also want to do a little stamping down here and a little up here. So I'm gonna move these pieces off and get back my cherry cobbler ink. And I think I'm gonna change the position of my little bow this time, because I'm just playing, you know, it's just a brand new set. And I think I'm gonna put my little bow more up here. Okay, and then I'm ready for my dots. Now with my dots, I'm going to stamp off because I don't want them to be so bright. So I'm just gonna stamp off and just stamp a few dots, and you can just kind of keep stamping. Whoops. I still have my green branches to put in there. And then up here, we'll do the same thing, a stamp off, and just a couple of little dots around like that. Okay, now let's stamp our shaded spruce branches. And like I said, you're gonna see amazing things done with this set. This is just so simple, but I wanted to show you right away since it just came out. So I've got my branches. There are 2 branch stamps and I'm just using one. And I'm gonna put one here. And let's try another one. We'll just move it up kind of next to that. Right about there. Okay, good branches. And now we're ready to assemble our card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere these pieces, these curved pieces, to the designer series paper. So let's get that done like that. And I'm sure lots of ideas are going through your mind as to what you could do. We could really fancy this up a lot. And I'm sure I will. I am sure I will. Don't want to put too much glue because I don't want it to look lumpy. That's what happens if I get carried away. Okay, let's make sure that's all even. And now we'll do our bottom piece. These designer series papers are so nice. They really are. They're just kind of understated, but in good colors for the holidays. There we go. Now we're ready to put it on our card. And I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to raise this up on our card. To give a little lift. I think I'll press that down too to make sure the glue holds. Hi, Avenel, how are you? Carol Doolittle, I didn't see you. Hey, Carol, good to see you. I am excited about this new set, and I hope this gets you excited too, because I think we're going to be able to use this from Christmas all the way up into next summer. I mean, just for a long time, actually, because it's so fun, the curves. So, and I'm probably overdoing it here on the Stampin' Dimensionals, because I have so many papers to take off. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're going to put this piece on right where we want it to be. Let's see. I like working with my glue better because I can move it around. I get nervous with these that they're not going to go in the right place. Okay, there we go. There is our cute card. Isn't that darling? Now let's do our envelope with the cute bows. Seriously love the bows in this set. The bow stamp. I'm probably going to use that on a lot. So for this one, maybe we'll do the bows across the bottom of the envelope instead of the card. Can you see that? Hi, Carol. Yes. You're going to love this. The release is on November 3rd for customers, and it is really cute. Okay, so there's our envelope. And now on the inside of the card, let's put another bow. And of course, you could put the branches, you could put anything. But there's the little bow in the corner. Isn't that just cute? I think we're really going to like this. You're going to be seeing more samples with this wonderful quite curvy variety bundle in the next month before you can purchase it, but as we've all been able to get it. And let me show it to you again. So here are the dies. These are the curvy dies, and this is the one we used today. This one, you can even see little pieces of white in it. And then we have the dots, the leaves, and then this goes around the leaf stamp. And same with this, and here are the little birds and a little leaf. And then these are the stamps that you can get. The Curvy Christmas and the Quite Curvy. So isn't that a super cute bundle? I couldn't wait to show it to you guys because it's just so darling, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So I thank you for stopping by today. If you would share this video, this Facebook Live with some of your friends, I would so appreciate it. And come back Friday, we're going to do another Facebook Live, and I might just use the same thing again with a completely different card that's all fancier, if I can come up with one. I'm not sure. But I appreciate you stopping by today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.